Team Alpha, Vance here. Breathing hard. We're compromised. Compromised. Corridors wet. Smells like old blood and ozone. Floor vibrating underfoot. Saw a hunter in the east wing. Took down 2 men. Now it's gone. Vanished. Sound of distant screaming, cut short by a wet crunch. We need the keycard from Lab 3. Now. Dunno. Chen's terminal's still active. His fingers are still on it. Sound of heavy breathing, then a sharp gasp. Doc Chen's body. It's not right. Head turned. Eyes open. Staring at the ceiling. Sound of something scraping metal down the hall, slow, deliberate. I kicked a zombie's head off the wall. It rolled toward the door. Now the door's jammed. Sound of frantic typing, then a low electronic beep. Codes 4793. Chen's birthdate. Should have been obvious. Sound of a heavy thud against the door, followed by a wet hiss. Liquor's out there. I can feel it. Cold breath on my neck. Sound of rapid, shaky footsteps retreating. We move. Now. Dow. Lab 3's down the hall. Past the infirmary. Pi. And so-called bondant. Sound of a door creaking open, then a guttural roar. Zombie. Die. Done. The sound. In the infirmary. Dottil took down Miller. Sound of a pistol firing twice. Then a wet thud. He's down. We're moving. Sound of a distant alarm starting low, insistent, like a heartbeat. Corridor lights are flickering. Red. Like blood. Sound of something dragging itself across wet tiles. It's following us. The liquor. Dive. Sound of a heavy metal door slamming shut behind them. We're in Lab 3. Chen's terminal's glowing. Sound of fingers tapping frantically. Key cards. Here. On the desk. Sound of a sharp intake of breath. But the terminal's corrupted. Code won't accept. Sound of a low, guttural growl from the door. It's trying to get in. The liquor. Sound of a key card being slapped onto the terminal. Chen's terminal. It's not working. Sound of a voice, strained, whispering. Think. What did Chen say before he moved? Sound of a heavy breath, then a sudden, sharp click. Terminals accepting the key card. Sound of a door unlocking with a metallic clunk. Extractions on the roof. Halos inbound. Sound of distant, panicked shouting from the hall. But we're not out yet. Sound of a heavy, wet thud against the door. Then another. It's not the liquor. It's the hunter. Sound of a pistol cocking. We're not getting out the front. Sound of a quick, sharp whisper. Chen's notes, on the wall. The real code. Sound of a page being torn from a notebook. 7258. Sound of fingers typing frantically. Terminals accepting it. Sound of a loud metallic shriek as the door bursts open. Sound of a guttural roar, then a burst of gunfire. Sound of body hitting the floor. We're moving. Now, don't. Sound of rapid footsteps, then a sudden, sharp crack. Miller's leg died. He's down. Sound of a shaky, desperate voice. Vance, the roof. Helo's waiting. We have to go. Sound of a heavy door slamming shut behind them. The roof's not the way out. Sound of a low, guttural hiss from the shadows. The liquor's back. And it's not alone. Sound of a deep, wet cough. Chen's notes were wrong. The real code was in his blood. Sound of a sudden, violent struggle shouts, a scream cut short. I'm not getting out the front. Sound of a heavy object being dragged. then a low, wet gurgle. We're moving to the service tunnel. Sound of a distant, echoing boom. Elo still inbound. Sound of labored breathing. Voice tight with panic. Team Alpha, this is Vance. Extraction windows closing. Sound of a heavy, wet thud against the wall. We're not getting out the front. Sound of a low, guttural growl. Closer now. The liquor's here. And it's not alone. Sound of a final desperate whisper. Move or die. Sound of a heavy door slamming shut, then fading footsteps. Sound of a low, wet hiss, followed by